And tonight, a leading Republican senator is calling for Senator Mitch McConnell to go ahead and step down.
U.S. Senate Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell blocked an attempt Thursday by Democrats to vote in favor of a package of bills they said would end the budget crisis and reopen a number of government agencies. In general, this man is incompetent and should step down. If you still don't know why, let's find out.
Republican senators are not part of some feudal system. There's nothing personal against any individual in leadership. And yet, we do have to deal with this issue because this is how we alienate our voters. This is how we lose elections that should be won. If we keep doing things through our leadership that end up enacting priorities for the Democrats, we're going to have brand confusion.
This person is dangerous and will not allow others to advance. We all know who he is like with his behavior and the way he looks and feels. These are dangerous people for the administration, and they need to be replaced as soon as possible with more competent professionals in this field.
Well, it seems to be paralyzing them, especially when now you have the senators fighting on television over the Senate and over their own party. That probably is not a good look. But when it comes to Mitch McConnell, I think there are some things that people forget. He is the minority leader. He is not the majority leader. And when he has been the majority leader, he has had a pretty successful run of getting things done in the name of Republicans. And when you stop and think about the Supreme Court, think about our Attorney General, Merrick Garland, right now, who, if it weren't for Mitch McConnell and stopping that nomination by Barack Obama, he would be, in all likelihood, a U.S. Supreme Court justice.
Listen to this. He sure as hell chose the wrong path. Look what happened to him. People are angry, and I get it. I don't want to see him myself, and I'm starting to feel sorry for him. He's done a lot of bad things, and he doesn't want to fix them. Our border is broken, and he's not doing anything useful.
Oh, I mean, conservatives in the Senate are pissed off. I'm told I can say that word, so I hope I don't get you all. But no, they're mad at Mitch McConnell. They feel like he led them to slaughter on the border deal. I mean, you've got Mike Lee, who also tweeted that the GOP leadership screwed us. I've interviewed Ron Johnson, Senator Ron Johnson, on my podcast, and he feels like what Mitch McConnell did is he led them into a trap where now Joe Biden can blame the Senate can blame Republicans for not getting a border deal done. And he said the majority of the conference were on board with some sort of funding for Ukraine contingent upon actual border enforcement mechanisms. And that didn't happen. Because they don't trust Joe Biden, right? They don't trust, he's a lawless president. They don't trust him. So they wanted some sort of actual enforcement mechanisms put in there. So they feel like Mitch McConnell led them to slaughter. Also, Mitch McConnell's been there since 1985, right? That's as long as I've been alive.
The American leader called McConnell his friend and spoke about their recent conversation. You know, on the phone he was himself. There's nothing unusual in his reaction. It's part of recovery, and I'm sure he'll be back to his old self. Biden said, according to Fox News. It turned out that the senator recently suffered a concussion, so because of these problems, he decided to make such statements. I don't understand why he was working with such a problem. It's bizarre.
How are Republicans going to make the case that Joe Biden is out of touch or he's suffering from mental decline when you're looking at the minority leader who keeps freezing?
Exactly.
But, obviously, he knows he is a political operator, but I think he has missed a few steps lately. He used to be able to package these things where he would put one bill with another. We see through that nonsense now. When you put Ukraine aid in with the border bill, two completely unrelated things, you know that both of those are getting weaker, okay? So you're not fooling us anymore. Put one thing at a time.
I like it. I think most of the Republicans in the House like it too. Maybe even the Senate. We'll see.
Mitch McConnell, minority leader of the U.S. Senate, suddenly stopped talking and froze at a press conference. Colleagues tried to rouse him and he left. He just walked away without saying a single word. His strange behavior lately, and especially his appearance, is only cause for concern. He looks like his friend Biden. They're two retired guys trying to manage a huge country but failing miserably. Maybe they should retire and rest in peace. What do you think? Write your opinion in the comments, and do not forget to watch other shocking news on the channel.